Social media is an important part of the average young person's life. And the currency on social media, followers, likes, the more you have, the more popular you are. Would you allow your girlfriend to post the suggestive pictures on Instagram?
Know that whenever you're posting, you have a spouse.
Dating doesn't mean he gets to decide what I post.
Please don't break up on my show because of pictures. Tamima, and this is RealTalk. Now, social media is an important part of the average young person's life. And the currency on social media, followers, likes, the more you have, the more popular you are. Now, how far are some young people willing to go to gain these followers? Today, we get real on why young people take it off online. Welcome to the show.
There's no way you can wear a crop top and your stomach is bulging out. Like, what do you expect us to see? You should be having a nice body. That's why you're showing off your tummy.
So you are comfortable with what you're posting on IG? Kuja huku nje pia tukuone.
Thanks for tuning in now. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, the list is endless. Most of these social media platforms are actually driven by users uploading pictures. Well, for some users, the hotter the picture, the better. Today, my guests are telling us why they're taking it off online. My first guest is Rose Wanjiko Gaido. She's 23 years old. She's a video vixen, and she says in her business, the hotter the picture, the more the likes. Please help me welcome Rose to the show. Rose, I like your outfit.
Thank you.
It's very bright.
Thank you. How are you?
Fine, thank you. So you have a fan. It's that hot.
Yeah, it's so hot.
Okay.
So, yes.
So, but is it as hot as the pictures you post online?
No.
So
I
tell me
don't
about
think so.
your social media profiles.
Okay, about what I post? Myself, what I post doesn't really like, for me, most people care about what others post. Like, let's say when you're wearing a bikini, some people must say, no, you're not supposed to post this. For myself, as long as I'm comfortable with it, and maybe my parents are not complaining about it, then I'm good to go.
So on which social media platform do you have the most followers?
On Instagram, because on Facebook, I have so many friends, like family, aunties. There's some pictures my aunties and uncles are not supposed to see. So mostly on Instagram. That's why I post most bikinis and stuff like that.
So when you say there's some pictures that your aunties and uncles are not supposed to see,
Yes.
so already on some level, you realize that it's because they're inappropriate?
No, to some levels, like, I only care about my family, like my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brothers. About aunties, uncles, cousins, I don't really care so much about them, but I still don't want them to see my pictures. That's all.
So let's
On
talk about...
Facebook, I can post some not so decent pictures, but I can post when I'm at the beach, but things like lingerie and stuff like that on Facebook, no. But on Instagram, I'm okay with it.
So ideally, when you post the hot pictures on Instagram, how many likes do you get?
Oh, not so many likes, because right now, I had an old account which was hacked, but right now I'm starting, and with a few followers, I have like over 1,000 likes.
So
with
you
a few
get
followers I have
so
right
how many
now.
followers are few to you?
Oh, like 2K.
So you have
I get
2,000
like
followers?
half likes, yes.
And you get half likes, which is
Yeah.
1,000 likes.
That means if I have like 20K followers, maybe I could be having like over 10K likes,
So why is it so important to have many followers to you?
To me, it's not really, I don't mean it's really important, but if you like posting pictures, for me, I don't post it for people to like me, or I just post it because I like myself, I like my body, and I feel good about it.
So what's the most suggestive type of picture that you have ever posted?
When I was wearing a lingerie and I was lying like my head up, and my mom complained about it, but I explained to her like, I'm a model and you're not supposed to complain so much about the photos I post.
Why was your mother complaining?
She was like, I'm not supposed to expose like my thighs or have boobs, things like that.
And now is she
But
on board because you
yeah,
told her
she's used
you're a
to
model?
it. She's used to it now because right now, that's what I'm saying. I don't care about my cousins, my aunties, or my uncles. I only care about my mom, my dad, my sisters, and brothers.
So who takes these pictures?
I have so many photographers. Yeah, so
And-
many. But I don't like carry them everywhere I go. I can use my phone as well, so I don't have to go around with photographers everywhere.
So it could be a selfie, it could be a professional photo shoot as well.
Most of my pictures are professional because I'm a professional model.
So you go even as far as investing in the picture.
Yeah, of course, because I work with magazines. Yeah.
Okay, so tell me, when you put up these pictures, you mentioned that before you had a lot of followers, the account got hacked.
Yeah.
Now with your 2,000 followers, you're able to get up to 1,000 likes.
Yeah.
So what kind of comments do you get on the comment section when you put up these pictures?
When I put up the pictures, like just the compliments, the normal compliments. But if someone tries to like post some nasty comment, I just block you.
And what about the
because I'm not posting to be liked. I'm just posting because I feel good about it and I feel good about what I do.
And what about the DMs?
I ignore them. There's so many, so I choose which DM to read in.
So
which
what's generally the feedback in the DMs, even the ones that you ignore?
Okay, most of them are photographers. They're like, hey, can I work with you? Or can we organize a shoot with you? Can we do a video shoot? Things like that. But others, destructive ones, aside.
What do you mean you say destructive ones? What's
Like,
distracting?
hi, can we meet up for coffee? Something like that. And maybe I'm not interested. So I just put you aside.
And are these usually from other women like yourself? Can we meet up for coffee?
Yeah, women, men, all.
So they just want to meet you because of the type of pictures that you're posting
I
online.
guess so.
Are you dating?
Yes, I am.
And how long have you been dating?
3 years now.
So your boyfriend is okay with the type of pictures that you post?
He's very okay. Actually, usually take me to the shoots.
He usually takes you to the shoots?
Yeah.
So he never gets insecure when he looks at the comments, enters the DM?
I don't think so. Yeah.
So if you had to ask...
But that's normal. Insecurities, it's normal.
Also, he does get insecure at
Yeah,
times?
sometimes, but I have to explain to him, like, why should you say this and I'm with you here? Like,
So-
why is it bothering you?
When he gets insecure, what exactly doesn't he like?
Like, he's like, why is this person texting this? It's like, you guys have been having something, and I'm like, no, I don't even know these guys, so we're not supposed to discuss that topic.
So for him, it's less about the kind of pictures that you post, but more about the kind of comments
Yeah.
and people that those pictures attract.
Yeah.
So have you
Because
ever...
when someone comments on one of my pictures, he must go and check, like, who is this person? How is he? Like, see, you know, these guys are so funny. He can check, maybe this guy's so rich and he's texting my girl, like, how?
So your current boyfriend, how old is he?
He's 32 now.
And you are 23 years. So he gets a bit insecure, especially around the older guys.
Yeah. Not the young ones.
Yeah, older than him. So the ones who now reach out because they like what it is that they see.
Exactly.
Okay. So
Yeah.
if I had to ask you generally, if somebody went to your social media profiles, what do you think is the perception that they would have of you?
Okay, for me, when you go to my profile right now, it's written like I'm a professional model, a video vixen. So you expect any kind of pictures there. Yeah, you don't have to question me like, why you're posting this picture? it's like it's well explained. It's written there. You don't expect me to be a model and I'm posting something like wearing something up to here. I can wear it, but it must be fancy like. Yeah, not just boring. Life is too short to wear boring clothes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
but
true.
if I had to ask you, because right now, looking at you,
Yes.
beautiful outfit, you're put together. So ideally, in your normal life, do you walk around in what it is you wear on when you're doing the photo shoots and whatnot?
Things like bodysuits. When I'm doing a photo shoot with bodysuits, I'm not supposed to walk around because I'm just there with the photographer in the studio. Like, why should I walk around? I'm not supposed to show everyone my body. I'm just doing it for myself and for the job I do.
And for the job, because ideally as a model, when you post those type of pictures, what kind of benefits do you get?
I get to work with magazines and I'm well paid. So I think you just have to post something very professional. It's not like you're posting to get attention. You're posting because you're in that industry and there's that specific photo they're looking for. Yeah.
Okay. So if I had to ask the audience, who here, if your mother went on your social media, she would say, I'm going to church on Sunday to pray for you. Let's hear from you, my dear.
Hi, my name is Nuria Mohammed. I'm a Muslim, and my mom, if she went to my social media, she'll get angry at me and maybe disown me because the way I dress and my captions.
So how do you dress on social media, Nure?
I dress as I feel like. At times, I wear a booty and crop, going for shoots. Maybe I just dress like a young girl, just having fun with her life.
You dress like a young girl having fun with her life.
Yeah.
And you believe that when you dress like that, that means that it expresses your youth?
Maybe. I think so, but for me, it's for fun. I don't mind other people's comments. I just mind my happiness.
So what are the comments that you get personally?
At times I get, you're beautiful. Some others comments foolishness, I block them and delete them.
What do you mean when you say someone comments foolishness? What is foolishness?
Someone comments, so umevaaje? Naambia, hiyo si shida yako, valisha wako.
So if I had to ask, who here thinks that, Tamima, I'm that person on her profile saying, umevaaje? Who here believes that nobody should put out those types of pictures? Let me hear from you, male or female. If you're like, there's a line. There are certain pictures that don't have a place online.
My name is Anne Boyani. Okay, the thing is, I'm asking her, what is the reason of wearing a short thing, like crop top? For what reason? So do you know when you wear something, okay, the way I am, I'm so comfortable. I can walk outside there with confidence because I know I'm okay. So when you put your stomach out, what do you expect? Like people are like, what? Is that a little what? It's not good. Be decent, be you. But wearing short things, nah.
Rose?
Okay. Can I answer to your question? As long as you have a nice body, you feel like you have a flat tummy, it feels nice when you wear that crop top. That's so good you like yourself. Wait. Unless there's no way you can wear crop top and your stomach is bulging out. Like, what do you expect us to see? You should be having a nice body. That's why you're showing off your tummy.
Thanks again. I'm asking, do you think it is good to put out your stomach out? You said earlier ati nikiweka tumbo yangu nje is because I have a flat tummy. Do you think it is okay? No.
You're not getting my point. I'm saying if you feel good about your body, you have a nice tummy, it's not bulging out, then why should you not wear crop top?
There's no reason.
You feel nice, you like your body, so why do you care about what people say?
The thing is,
Who agrees with Rose and says that it's okay to wear whatever you want, wherever you want?
Do you?
Someone who's not spoken, let's hear from you, lady.
My name is Caroline, and I think it's okay to wear what you want as long as you are confident and you are not insecure about your body. It's okay to wear whatever you want.
Who disagrees with Caroline and says no? Let's hear from the guy.
Hi guys. My name is Kenneth Mutua. To me, what we see Kenya tunakuona ndonge Kiswahili. Kenya tunakuona unatuwekea mapicha IG. Kenya unaweka IG unataka watu waone. Kuja pia nje Kenya. Mimi na disagree. Kama unataka kuweka picha IG, pia venye umekaa tu kwa IG. So you are comfortable with what you're posting on IG. Kuja huku nje pia tukuone. Tuone kama utakuwa comfortable hivyo tu. Hakuna haja kuweka picha huko alafu huku nje unataka kutufunika na tunaionea huko.
If you ask me to come with a bikini, I'll definitely come with
Kuja nayo.
Let us sign it by. Let us sign it by. Just bring it now. I can come with you.
There's a question up there.
Hi, my name is Roel. Let me take you back a bit. You said you don't post your photos on Facebook, right?
Yes.
You post them on Instagram, right? Why? Because you have your family members on Facebook, right? They're your friends.
Relatives.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why don't you want them to see the photos?
Because they talk too much. I'm avoiding drama
Talk
and
too
stuff
much
like
about
that.
what?
About what I'm posting, of course.
Because it's wrong, right?
No, it's not wrong. To them, it's wrong. To me, it's not wrong. So long
To
as
them,
my
it's
mom
wrong.
and my dad is okay with it, it's not wrong.
But to them, it's wrong.
I don't care about them.
You have said you can come here wearing a bikini. Can you go to your mom and dad wearing a bikini?
Just a minute, just a minute. Every December, we usually go for holidays in Mombasa. My dad is there, my mom is there. We all 4 girls in our family, we're 4. And we're wearing bikinis. What do you expect? My dad is okay with
You're
it.
wearing bikinis at
yes,
the
and
beach?
my dad is there, yes.
At the beach?
Yes.
Yes, so but
Yeah,
what
that's
happens
the beach, but that's bikini.
at the beach?
Yes.
So what happens when you're wearing bikini-like outfits and you're not at the beach?
Why can you wear when you're not at the beach? It's meant for the beach, so, and for photo shoots, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And anyone else?
Yes, hello. So you have said your account was hacked. Why? Someone reported you, Mama?
Not something like that. That's normal. The accounts are being hacked everywhere.
So you're happy with your body, so
Yes.
they should be happy
I'm
with your
happy
body
with
too.
the boys and girls.
Have you ever been in a situation where somebody reported something that you put up on social media?
No. No.
Have you
Not
ever
at all.
posted anything nude?
Never.
Would you ever post anything nude?
Nah.
Okay, so remember the conversation continues here on Real Talk. Today we are getting real on taking it off online. Please don't go too far, we'll be right back. How many followers do you have?
92, wait, 95.
95?
95,000.
95,000 followers.
In those 95, there's like 50,000 men.
So that's what bothers you.
Akaona mtu vile mtu wa nje atakuwa anaona kile mimi pia naonanga ndani ya nyumba.
Okay, I'd like to remind Clint again that before I met him 4 months ago, my
Ooh,
life...
4 months ago? Hey.
4, not even 6.
Welcome back to Real Talk. Now, our conversation on today's topic, taking it off online, continues. Remember, you can join the conversation via the hashtag #RealTalkWithTamima on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. Right now, I want to introduce my next guest. I have with me Kristin and Jacob Matiko. They're a couple, and we want to find out. So how do guys really feel when their significant other is taking it off online? Please help me welcome Kristin. Kristin, welcome to Real Talk, and
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
How far along are you?
6 months.
6 months.
Yes.
Fast, baby?
Yes.
Oh, what a ride. Okay, so I understand that you have quite an interesting Instagram profile.
Mm-hmm.
So what sort of pictures are on your Instagram?
Random.
Random how?
Well, I don't specify on what to put on my Instagram really. I just put anything.
You put anything? So what do you do professionally?
I'm a model, I'm a student, was a vixen.
What do you mean was a vixen?
Actually before I got the small bump.
Right.
Yeah.
So is that something you're thinking of returning to once you give birth?
Well, I haven't really thought of it at depth, but still thinking, yes.
So you represent a lot of young girls, especially when it comes to the kind of pics that you're posting on your profile.
Yes.
So would you say that some people would think that your pics are maybe inappropriate, revealing too much?
Not really.
And when it comes to the baby bump,
Yes.
have you done any pregnancy or bump shoots yet?
Yes, I have.
What do you make of people who say that pregnant women shouldn't basically have their pregnancy bumps out for the world to see?
Well, I really don't think showing off your baby bump is that much of a big deal. I mean, if you're proud of your baby bump, why not? Yeah.
And you're very proud of your baby bump.
Very, very.
So can you meet the guy who gave her the bump? Jacob, please come on out. Jacob, congratulations.
Thank you.
So your girlfriend is obviously a very beautiful woman. How long have you two been together?
2 years, roughly.
2 years.
Yeah.
So obviously when you met her, you knew she was pretty and she's a vixen, former vixen rather, because she's still thinking about it. So as a guy, is that something that troubled you, disturbed you?
When we actually met, she had not gone as far as she is right now. I actually encouraged her to start because I was like, if she's this beautiful, then I can't be the only person seeing her. So I wanted her to grow herself, yeah.
So when you say you actually encouraged her, so that means you are okay with her shaking her stuff, strutting her stuff in videos,
Yeah.
taking pictures in, very revealing clothes.
Yeah, I was.
Is that right?
Yes.
He didn't ever once feel insecure and tell you, I don't want you to do this anymore, now you're my woman.
Actually, weirdly, he was always supporting it. And when he came home one day, and he was like, why don't you try out vixening? Why don't you do this, And I was like, you're actually proud of what goes around with people who are doing vixening and all that stuff. I was like, I just want you to go and ask yourself one question, why not? Yeah.
And so she did it.
Yeah, she
So
did.
have you guys ever been in a situation whereby perhaps you felt that she was in an inappropriate situation with another guy, or because of the pictures or videos she was doing?
She has a lot of guys in her DM. It bothers me, but not anymore.
Smiling, like it bothers you? She's smiling.
No, I just came to understand that if I wanted her out there, then it's something I should expect. So, yeah, I'm just okay with it now.
So, Kristin, what's in the DM that really bothers him?
I think the men.
Oh, so it's a long list of men.
Yeah.
So what are these men saying to you?
Well, different men come with different perspective. Well, not everyone wants the same thing, but wanaume ni wale wale.
So what really bothers him from the kind of, messages that you're getting in the DM?
I wouldn't say the type of messages, but inachangia a bit. And what I'd say is the large following.
How many followers do you have?
95.
95?
95,000.
95,000 followers. And okay, so he's disagreeing. Jacob, are you disagreeing? You're not bothered by her number of followers?
I just remembered it's actually 95,000, and in those 95, there's like 50,000 men.
So that's what bothers you, the 50,000 men. So what's your biggest fear when it comes to these 50,000 men?
I don't want my girlfriend to get confused, to get ideas. So actually, at first, it used to bother me, as I told you earlier.
Yeah.
So I decided Instagram is all about photos and videos and stuff. So I said, if that's what will make you go and meet those men in those studios, I'll become a photographer. So I started practicing. So I take all her pictures, including the nude ones,
Is there a reason why you specifically must take all her pictures?
You know, at first, we were dating, but then it got serious. So when it gets serious, the parents get involved, you see. So if I want to take nude pictures of her, then let me be the one, because it will be easy explaining, like, I took them, she's not going to show herself out there.
Wait, so she's done nude pictures?
Not nude.
Very revealing.
Semi-nude.
Just revealing a
Semi-nude,
little.
Yeah.
which he takes as the photographer.
Yes.
But then you release them to the entire world, your 95,000 Instagram followers.
Yes.
So what do both your parents make of this? Let me start with Kristentia.
Well, as long as my parents understand that if it's a semi-nude photo, by semi-nude you understand that I mean bikinis.
Yeah.
So they'd understand.
Still considered very sultry, suggestive.
Well, at first they were not competent with it, but with time they understood that being a vixen and being a model, I have to. Plus, you know, I've always wanted to let them understand that, Mom, mimi na kamwili kangu sitashinda nimevaa mavitu ndefu. So she had to understand either way.
Yeah.
See, so with time they just understood that, okay, if it's a bikini, it's okay, but going the extra mile, well, that I would mind myself.
Okay, so what do your parents say, especially now that this is your girlfriend, soon to be mother of your child? So are they on board with the type of pictures that she posts?
My mom is not on Instagram.
And if she were?
I'd say she'd be supportive. After, you know, the problem is, let's say, for example, you have like 2,000 or 3,000 followers and you post nude pictures or semi-nude, people might misunderstand you. You see, like, they'll think there's something you want to achieve out there that's not righteous, you see. But then she has 95. It means she started from somewhere. It means if she's taking those pictures, it's because if she won't take them, then there is no Sloan. There is no that public figure that influences the young, her fellow youth to believe in their bodies, you see. And then the kind of pictures she takes, they also matter. The audience can agree with me. Someone might take a picture with a bikini, and then you consider it seductive, you consider it, you come to understand that men will go to her DM thinking she's ratchet.
So does she get that? Are there guys who think she's ratchet?
No, but then there's another person who will take the same picture with the same bikini, but the way she takes the pictures. You know, if you want to show how beautiful you are in your bikini, it doesn't mean you have to expose the parts that are not supposed to be exposed, depending on the way you pose, you see.
Okay, so if I had to ask, in the online space, who do you look up to? Like, whose profile do you look at and you're like, okay, as a couple and partners, we are working towards building up Kristentia's profile to be like this person's?
We look up to ourselves.
So there's nobody else in the online space that you're like, that is who I want to be like?
No.
Yeah, it's true. We wanted to be different. So we wanted to start small. We didn't want to have ambitions. And you know, if you have a role model that makes you do crazy stuff because you want to be the same as him or her, then it's not a good idea. So we just wanted to start little. And with time, people love what you do as long as it's different. Yeah, so as per now, we can say the 95K followers are people who love her because she's just different.
Okay. Is there anyone in the audience who's part of the 95,000 followers? Anyone who follows Kristentia? What's your handle?
Sloan, _Sloan.
_Sloan. Kuna mtu hapa anakuaga always comment section. Beautiful. Anyone? So what do you like about her profile?
I understand what she's doing. That's the first thing. I like how she takes her pictures. Number one. Another thing is she has a nice body. And she's actually social. Like, there's a time I DM'd her and she replied. And she's just social and fun. Yeah.
Okay. So let's hear from another couple. I have Klinsman and Joan. Their view on taking it online is completely different. Klinsman and Joan? So Klinsman. So as a guy, Joan is there. She has an Instagram profile as well.
Yeah, she does.
So, would you allow your girlfriend to post the suggestive pictures on Instagram?
Well, I'm not that much of a stalker, but I think I will mind if I ever come across any showing excessively pictures on our Instagram post.
Would you post such pictures yourself?
Yeah, I would.
So he
Gladly.
seems to say he will mind, but you're like, I would, Tamima, I just need a professional photographer.
Well, considering this time and era we're living, dating doesn't mean he gets to decide what I post, right? I'm open, I'm free to enjoy myself and have it the way I want it, as long as...
He's really disagreeing. He's like, can I have that?
Well, Tamima, I believe in a relationship, there should be principles that are guiding the lovebirds in reference to the does and don'ts. The does and don'ts. Yeah. So if she says that it's her life and I should give her free will to do whatever she likes, I don't believe in a relationship. I think she's the one sitting on me right now.
Please don't break up on my show because of pictures. Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is that the more I ignore her Instagram photos, and let's say she's posting showingly, I believe she'll be more of the public than mine. Yeah, I think the guys in the room will agree with me with that.
Okay, Joan seems like she's like, Joan.
Well, Cleans, I'd like to remind him that...
Umeitwa mpaka cleans. Huh? Ile sauti, cleans. I'd like to remind you.
Okay, I'd like to remind Cleans again that before I met him 4 months ago, my
Ooh,
life...
4 months ago? Hey.
4, not even 6. Yeah. Yeah. My life was this way. So if he really loves me, as he claims he does, well, I don't know now anymore.
Cleans.
But-
Claims he does. Do you love her, Cleans?
Okay, let me answer her. You know, like I said, there should be principles in a relationship. You know, whatever you post outside, like there'll be no difference with if she posts showing pictures on Instagram and my other friend sees it, like she'll be like, atakuwa ameolewa na watu wawili, like akaona mtu vile mtu nje atakuwa anaona kile mimi pia naonanga ndani ya nyumba.
Okay.
You know,
so you guys have a seat.
Like it don't make sense.
You guys have a seat. I can see Joanne is like, Tamima, no. Have a seat. Let me ask my audience, because sitaki relationship ienda hapo. So let me ask my audience. Let me start first with the guys. Do you agree with Cleans that no, my girlfriend can't post? I would look at his girlfriend's pictures, but my girlfriend should not post such things.
Thank you, Tamima. I'd like to say I support Cleans because there's a verse in the Bible that says that your temple, your body is the temple of the Lord. So her girlfriend should not show off the pictures in social media. Yeah.
So his girlfriend should not. Yes, please.
Clint.
Cleans. Cleans man.
Cleans
Yes.
man. Let me tell you, let me advise you, because you have 4 months, I have 2 years.
Hey.
Eish.
Okay.
Eish.
I've been with her for 2 years. She has been posting. I have been encouraging her. And for me, I'd say that's part of the reason why sometimes I still stay with her. There's something about supporting your woman that makes you love her even more. Let's say, for example, why do men cheat after a girl falls in love with you? Why do you end up cheating again? It's because you know she's there for you now. You get? So now she has to give you reasons why you need to know she can go anytime. Do you get that? I'm not saying she will go. What I'm saying is...
She's giving you reasons.
What I'm saying is, if you support her, show her that there's no other guy that can do whatever you do for her. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter what. She'll always be there for you.
People are different. And in different relationships, there are different principles. Like in your relationship, you're free. You've given your wife the free liberty to post whatever she likes. Let me finish. So what I'm trying to say is that me and my girlfriend, like kuna ile heshima tuko nayo si wawili. Naona.
She seems
The way
to disagree.
mnaelewana, okay. The way mnaelewana, there's a difference between supporting your girlfriend in posting is supporting her in a career, if that's a career in posting. But kuna ile tofauti ya uwe anapiga tu picha kupost. If it was a career, ningeelewa. You could have understood like, okay, this is your career, okay, how can I help 1, 2, 3? But don't go, there are limits. Know that whenever you're posting, you have a spouse. Not just posting to entertain the public.
So
Thank you.
let's hear from Kristin. So is this a career for you, what you do on Instagram?
It's a career and it's what I do.
Do you earn off Instagram?
Yes, I do.
So ideally, how much, give me a figure.
Well, I wouldn't put that into public. I can't answer that.
Or rather, how do you earn off Instagram?
Well, on the pictures I take, it brings a lot of opportunities. Well, I'd get endorsements from beauty parlors, endorsements from billboards and such things. So when you get such endorsements, you get to be paid.
So it opens up other ways of earning.
Yes.
So you're not really earning off Instagram per se, but it's the publicity that gets you other jobs.
Yeah, it's the publicity, yes.
Okay, so I have Diane in studio because now we are seeing that posting it online, yes, Team Mafisi na enjoy picture, but these girls have lives, so we're just trying to show what is the impact. What does it all mean? Where do you draw the line? So let me know what your view is on the topic that we are discussing. Right now, I'm going to be going for a very quick break. When we come back, still more to come here on RealTalk.
I actually believe if someone does not pay your bills, he has no right to tell you what to do and what not to do. So if someone is not paying your bills, apambane na hali yake, you should mind your own business.
Wewe si Beyonce. Beyonce anaweza tembea hapa akiwa uchi na watu wataongea. Lakini as long as wewe bado unajaribu kumake it, na unajaribu kumake it ile kumake it for sure, vitu zingine zuia, tafadhali, vitu zingine zuia.
Welcome back to Real Talk. Thank you so much for staying with us. Now, when we were on break, there was a development. So, as you can see, Clean's man, I'm seated next to him because John is pissed. And I'm so lucky because I have my resident relationship expert and coach, Diane Masinde. So I'm hoping that as we discuss, what does it really mean when a woman takes it off online? And of course, how does society perceive her? And now within the relationship context, what is the boyfriend, husband willing to accept? So please help me welcome Diane to the show. So Diane, I'd like to hear from you because you saw it all unravel.
Oh my! Oh, Tamima, your show is on fire. As in this, you can't just make this stuff up. So let's just start by saying that media, anything that has the name media, is for public consumption.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely so. Social media is for public consumption. That's why we take these photos and we don't send them to ourselves. We post them. You post them where people can actually see.
Actually, you broadcast them.
You broadcast.
Yes.
So in other words, you're being like a broadcaster. The same way like we're doing this show for the public. You know, for the public consumption. Whatever it is you're doing with social media, you're doing it for other people. If it was for yourself, you'll have just been sending it to yourself. Usome, upige your photo, ujiangalie, useme na kapoa. So now to the story of relationships. I've actually seen sometimes this thing can actually go ugly. It can go ugly. Why? Because now you have two people who are not understanding each other in terms of how do we handle social media presence. And I need to say this. You need to be very careful that you handle those people who you're actually doing, those followers. They will only follow you maybe for 3 months, 4 months. And then maybe they can go to the next hot person, the next amazing thing. So be very careful how you handle your social media in your relationship and marriage. I need to say this. You need to agree. You need to agree. Sometimes as a couple, you may not see things eye to eye, but come to an understanding. Yeah. Clean said a very important thing. Like, for example, Cleans and Joanne. Cleans is like, we need to agree in terms of principles. They need to sit down. I'm willing to be a mediator between the two of them so that we can come to an agreement. What do we do? So sometimes what happens is that you can stop posting some things for your spouse, sometimes even for your child. Like, for example, the lady wearing...
Kristentia?
Yes. She can actually... You might actually find that some mothers, they used to post some suggestive, provocative stuff. But now, once motherhood starts checking in, they start posting less. They start asking themselves, you know what, maybe I need to change my information. The thing about social media is that there's an audience for everything.
Can we ask Kristentia, will you stop posting once the baby comes here?
No, I won't.
So you'll make sure that you get in shape very quickly and keep posting?
Yes, and I would want my child to look up to me as her model.
As
their
their
role model, yes.
And of course, Jacob, you agree with that and you fully support your wife. And let's come to Joan very quickly, because Joan is pissed. Are you okay?
I'm
Please
very
stand on
pissed.
up. Let's hear why you're pissed.
Well, I'm
because
very
you want
pissed.
that. You want support like she has.
Yes, full support. Okay, Clint, let me come again.
Clint, stand on up. You need to receive this. Let me get out of the line of fire.
The things that you do outside, whatever you do to bring money to our home, I don't question it. I don't go investigating. So if this is what I'm doing to get us money, to get you smiling because I'm taking you out probably, please give me the support. And the second and last thing I want to say, someone put up a verse here, and while God was creating a woman, he never put the same characteristics in a man. That is why the modeling industry is growing because of women. I mean, a woman is more. Anyway, she is attractive. That's why we use women in this marketing. So allow us ladies to do this. As long as I'm coming back home to you, I'm faithful to you. Okay, now, but we are off.
Okay,
please.
calm down.
You know, one thing, Tamima, people say that the world is changing.
Absolutely.
But they tend to forget that we are still Africans. And they sweep under the carpet the fact that the African woman is supposed to be respected and have, you know, anafaa kuwa na morals. Unaona? Unajua kuna vile tutenda kwa kanisa, for example, like kila mtu ako kwa social media pages. So tuko kwa church. We're in the church, right? We are doing your wedding. But can you do a wedding seriously? Well, everybody in the church, 3/4 of them, they've already seen what you're going to see after weekend honeymoon. You know, it doesn't make sense.
I think
you know, they matter.
Kristentia has words for you. Let's hear from Kristentia, then Diane, very quickly.
I have two questions, one for Joan and one for Clint, right? Joan, I want to ask this question, and why do you take the pictures that
Good
you
question.
take?
That's a good question.
Joan, answer her. Don't look at Clint.
Well, I'm not answering you.
No, I mean supportive of you. Why do you take
Okay.
the pictures that you take?
I take them because I know I look good in them. That is why I take them. This is marketing. It will get me somewhere. So if he doesn't want me to market this thing, if he wants me to sit back at home and wait for him, rather than me taking the pictures, what is he telling me again?
So in short, you want to become a model.
Yeah.
You're inspired by being a model.
Yes, yes, yes.
And you
yes.
want to
Yes.
further your modeling.
Yeah.
Okay. Question for Clancy. Why wouldn't you want your girl to look like the girls you admire out there? The girls that you would probably cheat with.
Okay. Let me answer you. Let me first get back to her. You know, when I started speaking, I talked about principles in a relationship. This is one of them. I said in a relationship, there should be principles that are guiding us. You know, on what you want, on what I want, and on what I can help you do. She never told me she wanted to be a model.
So things are getting very heated in studio right now. We literally had to have Diane sit down with both Clint and Joan before we can continue, because it seems like the topic is now showing some very serious lines of division amongst the two of them. And to be quite honest, guys, I'm paying for dinner tonight so that the two of them can actually go out and sort it out. But back to the topic of the day, and I want to rope in Dan here because you've spoken to both of them separately, and so people can understand that sometimes as an individual, you may do something without quite not understanding the reason behind it. For instance, the couple I have up here, they're aligned. He believes in what she wants to achieve and he's fully supporting her. So there could be a young woman right now who perhaps is posting these pictures. You really don't know who your future mate could be and what his opinion on your past is. And probably looking at it from that angle, Diane, what advice would you give to young people in general?
The thing about relationships is that these are two people who are coming from a different journey, who have different mindsets coming together to work together. Sometimes there's conflict, as we've actually seen today. Yeah, there's conflict. And sometimes there's synergy and harmony where they find a way to walk through the bumps. So it's a conversation, especially in this day and age of social media. I will tell you this, Tamima, lots of relationships and marriages are breaking just because of that small gadget called a phone. What we are posting, who we are posting it for, what we are typing, and all this particular stuff. So I need to tell people, if you consider getting into a relationship, be smart with your smartphone and also have this conversation together as a couple. Like I've actually told Klinsmann, you see, it's actually brought in an underlying issue that was there, where she feels like he doesn't get to hear her, and then he feels that, him as a man, I also need to say that this is how it is that we need to go. And so it's for them to have this conversation. Thank you for offering to even taking them out, paying for their dinner, so they can get to actually talk these things out. So I'll request as a couple, have a conversation. I like to tell couples with my wife that you need to have phone rules so that you agree together. If it's posting, yes, post because you've agreed together. If it's not posting, then agree together so that you can work together. If you don't do that, trouble. Kuna shida inakuja. Yes.
What about the young girls who probably are single
yes.
and not in any serious relationship?
Yes.
So it's really, I'm driven by my own compass.
Yes.
And my body, I'll post whatever it is I want, which is what a lot of them are saying.
Yes.
I mean, we had Nura there saying that mwili yangu, biashara yangu.
It's true. And as actually we've seen, a lot of the ones who shared their stories today, they're doing it for business. They're doing it for marketing. But I need to tell you this. A lot of the people on Instagram are not doing it for business. They're doing it because it's the in thing. They want that attention. They want those likes. And sometimes the attention that you get is not helpful. Because yes, you'll post something, you're going to be like, yeah, showing on your behind and whatnot. You are deliberately showing people suggestive photos, which sometimes can actually be soft porn. So in other words, you're a soft porn star. So as in we may not want to call it like that, but in other words, that's what you're doing. You're deliberately sexually enticing people because it gets people excited, and so you run around with that. And then if you're not careful, then you attract the wrong crowd. And as I said, the people who are around you, especially when you're single, they're only there because of what it is that you give them. They can dump you and go to another one. As soon as your photos, like let's say your nude photos gets leaked, they will make fun of you, whatnot, drop you, go to the next one. So be very mindful what it is that you do on social media and why you do it. Motive is always very important. If your motive is wrong, you might sink under because you live for those likes and those attention. Okay?
So, they say that a picture is worth 1,000 words. So we're here talking about the kind of pictures that most young people are posting on their social media platforms. And you had earlier some, like Rose said, I take some myself, but mostly, Tamima, I have professional photographers taking those pictures. I have with me in studio 2 photographers. I have Steve Nderitu, who says that for him, it's just a form of art. If a girl walked up to him today and said, I want a nude photo shoot, he would do it. And then we also have Wilhad, who doesn't quite agree and thinks that a line needs to be drawn. So let me start off with Steve.
Hello.
So Steve, you're a photographer.
Yes.
You're probably the guy that Clint doesn't want to see, eh? Because John is right on that side.
Yes.
So probably tell me, as a photographer, where do you stand on this? Because I think a couple of months ago, we had the whole hashtag that was trending.
Ifikie wazazi.
Ifikie wazazi, yes. Because a lot of people were not co-signing to the kind of pictures that they were seeing on social media.
Okay, first of all, I think, let me clarify something about art when it comes to photography. Because we have nudity and we have nakedness. And nudity is when you're naked, but you're not ashamed. And when we have nakedness, where we have vulnerability, your exposure, indecent, and the kind that your auntie doesn't want to see, or your parents sometimes. So there is a form of nudity, which is art, but we will know it when we see it, because it is hardly sensual in a dirty or naughty way, but it's clean, and you know when you see it. That's the interesting thing, just like the relationship expert has mentioned. But then we have a problem because as photographers, we have come to meet a lot of interest in very suggestive and very highly sexualized pictures, which then find that some of us may cross the line, and for others, they are okay with it. I used to do it when I wasn't married, but then because I work with my wife, when I got married, your story really share two up, and as we've been told, we had to agree, and I was like, you won't be taking this kind of pictures anymore. I was a bit younger then, and I can't do it. But I think the most important thing is to know why people are taking those pictures. If it's for marketing, then use it for marketing. But then it is just...
Yeah. Part of it is that deep within us, everybody wants to be desired. So in as much as you're saying that the pictures are not erotic in any form of way, but ultimately that is the intention, that you want somebody to look at this and actually say, wow, she's gorgeous.
You see, as photographers, we have become famous because we are the ones now who create the content, especially for Instagram, because it's highly visual, not just people photography, but any other kind of business and marketing. But the problem is that that is not the only thing that can make you famous online. If you want to market, you need to first find out what is it that I am doing. Modeling is just one of the things that you can do online. You can be an expert in so many things. And I think we know a lot of online celebrities in this country who communicate online on so many other things, and they take pictures in the context of their expertise. If it's education, or if it's agriculture, or if it's arts, or if it's entertainment, then they take pictures in that context. So we cannot all just claim that we love photos and we love showing off our body with very few clothes. That is just one of the things that we can do online to become experts or to make money or to do endorsements. So we don't emphasize just on that one thing.
Let me hear from Wilhad. So Don, you're an award-winning photographer. You have over 38,000 followers, and also you're the guy behind the lens. But you're saying as a photographer, you are taking a stand. There are just certain types of pictures that you will never click.
Okay, thank you, Tamima, for this time. I believe photography, as he's talked about, is quite a dynamic art, and we all appreciate that. And different photographers have a different touch and feel of the art that they want to express to the outside world. But as also, apart from being a photographer, I'm a digital media specialist, and social media or the digital platform currently is an emerging issue, and it has a lot that is really playing out there in terms of brand endorsement, really trying to be influential online and to create really a platform that can earn you revenue and all this. But nudity, or what you call the nude photography, I don't believe it should be the best for art, because you understand the motive, mostly of the motive behind this nude photography, most of them is because of the people want to, the social status. Maybe someone wants to be like so and so, or currently, like, girls want to be like, I want to be like this and this. And for nudity, which big company is it going really to come after you with your nude? Who is going to search for that? It's really, unless you're working for maybe a porn star, something. But it's really few brand endorsement brands that are really going to look for this kind of photography. Talk of good of fashion photography, good of commercial photography, and things that are really going to drive you out there and create your good brand with your huge following online. And I believe that's the way you should go, not the kind of that is going to question. Whenever you're doing something that is a question in the mind of many people, then you're losing it.
Okay, is there anyone here who can say that after the discussion that we've just had, my social media is my business? I still believe in what Kristin and Jacob are saying?
Thank you, Tamima. My name is Mark Kamali. I actually believe if someone does not pay your bills, he has no right to tell you what to do and what not to do. So if someone is not paying your bills, apambane na hali yake, you should mind your own business. Thank you.
Anyone on this side?
Once again, I'm Ken. Kenye naweza sema ni ati, kitu naweza sema ni moja. Wewe si Beyonce. Beyonce anaweza tembea hapa akiwa uchi na watu wataongea. Lakini as long as when bado unajaribu kumake it na unajaribu kumake it ile kumake it for sure, vitu zingine zuia tafadhali, vitu zingine zuia. Mimi niko single, mimi nitakuja ni DM hapo na nitoke, niende nitafute tena mtu mwingine ni DM hapo na nitoke. Sasa huwezi expect ati mtu akuje ati mtu anyamaze, hiyo ni kawaida. Kama unataka heshima, jipe heshima mwenyewe.
Thank you so much for staying with us today. Remember, you can always join the conversation via the hashtag #RealTalk with Tamima. Let me know what your views and comments are on today's topic, because this is definitely a discussion that will be ongoing within our generation, within our society. And remember, as an individual, ultimately the choice comes down to you. Make the correct choice for your life. And if you choose to go like Kristin and Jacob and you're like, you know what we are doing, that's okay also. And at the same time, if you feel that you're doing it because you want to be famous, let's be honest. Bottom line, at the end of the day, all choices have consequences. Well, that's it from me. Until next time, thank you so much for keeping it Real Talk.
Special thanks to E+ for medic and ambulance services.